Good afternoon, dear viewers. We are glad to see you on our channel. Today we will talk about incredible and beautiful plants, orchids. These amazing flowers mesmerize with their beauty and exquisite charm. If you want to learn more about how to grow orchids at home and enjoy their inexpressible splendor, then this video is for you. Orchids are not just flowers, they are true works of art of nature. Their exquisite shapes, variety of colors and fragrances make them one of the most popular ornamental plants. Orchids are often associated with elegance and luxury, and for good reason. They have become a symbol of sophistication and refinement. In this video, we will tell you about the secrets of successfully growing orchids at home. You will learn how to prepare and create a comfortable environment for these beautiful flowers, how to care for them, and achieve their magnificent blooms. We will also share with you professional advice and recommendations from experienced flower growers. Don't miss the chance to create a real floral paradise at home with orchids. Orchids are one of the most numerous and diverse families of plants that attract attention with their unique beauty and exquisite design. In the world of floriculture, orchids hold a special place as a symbol of elegance and luxury. They are objects of admiration and study for many florists. And today we will delve into the wonderful world of orchids to unravel their mysteries together. Orchids are varied and unique. Their species diversity is mind-boggling. There are over 25,000 species of orchids, and each one has its own distinctive features and characteristics. They can be both miniature orchids, the size of only a few centimeters, and giant, with huge flowers and leaves. Interestingly, orchids can have the most unusual shapes and colors. Their flowers can be white, pink, purple, orange, and even black. Some orchid species have odors that can resemble the scent of fruit, chocolate, or even meat. The variety of orchids is a true treasure of nature, and each species is a unique work of nature's art. Choosing orchid species to grow at home is the first step to successfully caring for them. Some orchid species are more adapted to indoor living and adapt more easily to changed conditions. When choosing orchid species, consider your conditions: lighting, indoor temperature, and humidity. Choosing the right pots, substrates, and substrates is an important aspect of successful orchid growing. Pots should have water drainage holes to prevent overwatering of the roots. Substrates also play a role in providing the necessary moisture and breathability for orchid roots. An optimal microclimatic environment is essential for orchids to be healthy and thrive. Lighting plays an important role. Most orchids need bright but diffused light. Temperature and humidity are also important. Orchids can be tropical, subtropical, or cold tolerant, and your care should be tailored to their needs. Proper planting and transplanting of orchids are key to their care. Transplanting should be done when necessary, when the pot becomes cramped or the substrate loses its properties. It is important to carefully remove the plant from the pot, gently trim off diseased or dead roots, then transplant into a new pot with fresh substrate. Orchid care includes regular watering, feeding, and pruning. Watering should be done carefully, avoiding overwatering the roots. Fertilizers for orchids should be chosen special, balanced in composition. Pruning stimulates the growth of new shoots and flowering, removing wilted flowers and dry leaves. Orchids require some support to grow and bloom. Their stems and pedicels can be brittle, so supports should be used to prevent them from bending and being damaged. Also make sure your orchids get plenty of light, but are not exposed to direct sunlight. Orchid propagation is a fascinating process that allows you to get new plants from existing plants. There are several methods of propagation: division, cuttings, and division. Each has its own characteristics and uses. Dividing is a method in which the parent plant is divided into parts with the roots and shoots intact. Each part can give a new plant. To do this, the orchid is carefully removed from the pot, separate the roots and shoots, then planted in separate pots. Cuttings are a method in which an individual shoot or leaf of an orchid is used to produce a new plant. The shoots or leaves are rooted in a special substrate, creating favorable conditions for root formation. Dividing is a method suitable for orchids whose seedlings are already established and have their own roots. The sprout is carefully separated from the parent plant and transplanted into a pot. Young orchids grown from propagation require special care. They are more delicate and vulnerable, so it is important to provide them with optimal conditions. Proper lighting, moderate watering, and protection from overwatering. Gradually getting used to the new conditions, young orchids will grow and delight you with their beautiful colors. Orchid propagation is a fun way to expand your collection and get new plants. It is important to follow the instructions and be patient, as the process can take some time. Growing orchids can sometimes come with various problems. It is important to be able to identify and prevent these problems in order to care for them successfully. Some of these may include lack of or excessive lighting, improper watering, overwatering of the substrate, and lack of fertilizer. Spend time observing your orchids and react to changes that occur. Orchids can fall victim to diseases and pests that can damage their health. Some common diseases include spot rot, powdery mildew, and rust. Pests such as mites, ants, and smoldering insects can also cause problems. Learning how to prevent and control them will help keep your plants healthy. Regular inspection and care of your orchids is a key aspect of successful growing. Spend time with your plants, checking the condition of their leaves, flowers, and roots. This will allow problems to be detected early and action taken to correct them. Regular fertilization, watering, and pruning will also help keep your orchids healthy and beautiful. By following these tips, you will be able to successfully deal with problems and diseases while growing orchids. Care and attention to detail will help you keep your plants in great shape and enjoy their exquisite colors. Experienced flower growers have many valuable tips to help you maximize your success in growing orchids. One of the key aspects is to choose the right species of orchids depending on the conditions in your home. You should also pay attention to the choice of substrate and pots. This is important to ensure optimal drainage and root ventilation. Orchids bloom depending on a variety of factors, including light, temperature, and moisture levels. To improve flowering, it is recommended to provide plants with bright but diffused light illumination. A proper watering regimen is important to keep plants healthy. Also, do not forget about regular pruning of faded flowers and old leaves. Creating an ideal microclimatic environment is the key to successful orchid cultivation. Use special substrates and substrates to ensure moisture and drainage. Regulate the temperature and humidity in the room to maintain optimal conditions for growth and flowering. Orchids are not only magnificent ornamental plants, but also a true art of nature. They enrich your home with subtle elegance and are a source of joy to the eyes. Growing orchids at home is an exciting and satisfying activity that allows you to enjoy their unique beauty every day. If you are interested in growing orchids and want to learn even more interesting secrets and tips, subscribe to our channel. We regularly make videos on various gardening and plant topics that will help you create a real green paradise around you. If this video helped you learn more about growing orchids and you appreciate our hard work, please give us a like and share your thoughts in the comments. Your feedback will help us create even more interesting and useful content.